energy does it take
to dream?
Did you know the core of the sun is 27 million degrees Fahrenheit?
That's 7,000 degrees Celsius. 7,000.
But how much energy does an idea take?
In space.
Underwater.
In the air.
It all starts in your head.
In your head.
The Earth is covered in 140 million
Square miles of water.
Water. The world's oceans contain enough potential energy
to power the planet.
How much energy does a design take to come to life? To move.
Breathe.
To soar.
Change the world.
What powers this time, this life,
This thought.
these ideas.
These designs. Who creates it if you don't?
If we don't.
How much energy does it take to redesign the world?
to change how we live together, for each other,
For this world, for today.
and the next. Imagine what's possible.
If we imagine what's possible.
Imagine.
Please welcome Tracy Wilson.
Good morning! Good morning, everyone! Welcome to Dallas, and welcome to 3D Experience World 2024! Yes, I love the energy of this amazing community. And starting with the wave yet again, what a way to bring it this morning. I hope you have all had an amazing year since we've been together last. Now, I know you are eager to get right into the great content we have planned for you over the next 3 days. So let's get right to it. Please welcome Senior Vice President of 3D Experience Works, Jean-Paul Bassi!
Thank you, Tracy. Oh, let me lock the car, you never know. Good morning. Welcome to 3D Experience World 2024. I'm so happy to be with more than 4,500 of you here in the auditorium and more than 10,000 connected to the live stream. Oh, that is a 1965 Shelby Cobra, retrofitted to be all electric by our friends of e-muscle cars here in Dallas. And thank you, Kevin Emre, for making this possible. There is another beautiful car on display in the playground for you to admire. The car goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.3 seconds, 625 horsepower. Amazing. I said, let me try that. But they put a 5% limit on the power. That was the only way for me to be able to enter on stage with the car. So I said, okay, disappointing, but okay. I know my son Giovanni is very jealous. He's a car enthusiast and a car hacker. I'm sure he would have found a way to disable that 5% lock in no time. When he was 16 and he got his first car, he founded a club called Night Runner. I suspect for not so legal car racing. So my wife asked me, what is your son up to? I said, don't worry, honey, it is a chess club. You know, I don't have a very strict parenting style. Anyway, my son is amazing and he is Solidworks certified. This event is what? Our best ever. Not just because of what you will see here on stage, we have an amazing program, and what you will see in all the breakout sessions all over the convention center, but because of you. This is an amazing community, the strongest, one of the strongest community in the world. And we have been together for a very long time. In fact, this is the 25th anniversary of this event. So we will reflect a little on the past 25 years. But more interestingly, we'll work together to imagine what the next 25 years will look like. Now, speaking of the future, I'd like to welcome on stage the person who has been our compass and has defined our future for so many years. Please welcome the Dassault Systèmes Executive Chairman, Bernard Charles.
Hello, Gianpaolo. I envy you. I want to drive this car.
Yeah, but we need to disable that 5%.
I agree, I agree. I'm so happy to be with you, and I was supposed to be, it was supposed last year to be my last presentation for all of you. Pascal Dalloz, my successor, took over as a Chief Executive Officer of Dassault Systèmes on January 1st, and I had to pull back. But I love to be on stage to talk about the future, and this is why, by the way, Pascal had to stay close to his father. He got a health accident this weekend, and I told him, okay, I'll do my best to replace you. Anyway, that being said, I've been developing Dassault Systèmes for the last 40 years. What a journey. And now it's the leadership of Pascal that will take care of you. He loves Solidworks, he loves the brands, and he has a wonderful career at Dassault Systèmes. We have been working together for 25 years almost. He's engineer by design, he was in R&D, then he took the strategy, all the brands, 12 world-class brands now at Dassault Systèmes, including, of course, Solidworks. And then he became Chief Financial Officer, Chief Operating Officer, and now he is the right man at the right place for the next 25 years. He and I developed the roadmap for the 2040 vision. It's well architected today, and I want to talk to you about a few of those ideas because you are the most vibrant design community on the planet. Do you agree with that? Of course. I remember to be buying this startup company, Solidworks, in 1996, in 1997, a year after the IPO of Dassault Systèmes, which I did, and look at how we have been able to build a wonderful world leadership on the design excellence. So where is design going forward? We have unflattened the world together, making 3D available for more people around the globe, and now it's accelerating. We have introduced the idea of the platform. We have moved the power of Solidworks to take advantage of cloud, and this is going on with an extraordinary speed now. And of course, the question is, what are we going to do with the big elephant called AI? And how is it going to play in the new world of design? I want to talk to you briefly about it and show you a few illustrations which are going to be available in the platform on what I call the Magic Solidworks, connecting modeling, simulation, and AI. Because, of course, the time has come to reinvent the way design is done, to reinvent how life cycle goes from product life cycle to resources life cycle. Because one day you will have to design your waste. You will have to design not only the product, not only the experience that your consumers are having, but designing also the waste so it can be a resources for someone else. This is what is happening, and the future of design is now a big play around the world. So because life is magic and the power of design is magic, I would like to illustrate to you a few things which are really illustrating where we are going with the magic of design. Let's imagine we have to design, I would have loved to design this car, but a bike, an electric bike. Okay, in the future, you will have a new user interface that tells you, you will talk to Magic Solidworks saying, show me an handlebar made of recycled materials. And the system will automatically select it. Then you can ask Magic Solidworks, can you create for me a mimic of a Picasso art? And I want to sketch it. And could you create a part that will come from that shape? And the system will automatically launch all the processes to really recreate from that sketch the 3D object. But you can also ask Magic Solidworks, can you reduce the weight? Give me different alternatives to reduce the weight. And in a few minutes, the AI, the Magic Solidworks, will launch all the design apps on simulation to really generate automatically collection of solutions, design solutions for you to pick from. So the future of design, in our view, is the power of revealing connection between modeling, simulation, and AI, all inside the platform. In fact, we started this 10 years ago. It was used for a very, very confidential program to do generative design for certain very advanced defense program. And now we are the third generation of those AI engines to integrate them in the platform. So the 3DEXPERIENCE platform powering the Magic Solidworks is going to provide through all applications new type of AI-based interfaces to create and optimize and evaluate different design alternatives. Another example is the power of universes. We are doing virtual twin everywhere for everything, for everyone. So let's assume, in this case, Laura, a consumer, wants to set up. And I remember last year I talked to you about Home by Me and the gigantic content of information available there. Laura wants to scan her room, and she wants to redesign. So she will really scan it. The AI, Magic AI, will create the room, and she will be able to select from different furniture, different ambiances. She will be able to select, I like this, I would prefer that style, can you merge this with this other? And the AI engine will reveal to her all possible alternatives to create and reshape. So here you are, you scan, the AI engine rebuilt the room, and from there, you can adapt the styling of the room automatically by just picking what others have been doing and publishing on their social network called Home by Me, sharing those information, and creating an environment. We call this the new universes, whereby virtual twins, what you design every day, will be able to merge with the reality of the context in which your clients are going to use the products you design. Because at the end of the day, the value in your customer eyes is the value of the use of what you design every day. And the value of these universes is really what some others call metaverse, omniverse. At the core of the future of Dassault Systèmes is these universes merging everything together. This available on the cloud in a highly secured environment. And you know, the massive content of information available across the planet of all design which have been done, past and future ideas, can be fully exploited, really revealing the IP which is inside. The fact that cloud is revealing that is a way to share this new type of knowledge with the highest level of cybersecurity standards. And I know many of you using cloud today have shared with us, with John Paolo and us, how critical the cybersecurity is becoming for your world, for the world of designs. So in the future, the next 25 years, it's about integrating modeling, simulation, AI to create virtual twins and virtual universes where users, designers will be able to create things from the gigantic patrimony you have established with your clients that you can share together when it's authorized, of course. Welcome to this new world, and more to be revealed. Those capabilities that you have seen will be available in the next 12 months, and will show you a totally new experience with the magic of SolidWorks. So Gianpaolo, I think you are supposed to join me back here. Are you driving the car? Are you racing?
I was playing with it.
So I think, Gianpaolo, you know Pascal very well. You have been working with him for so many years. And I trust that you two are going to design the future of how magic SolidWorks can be revealed to the world.
Okay, okay.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the event. And thanks again for your passion, vibrant passion. The world of design is a big world, and this is what we do all for you. Yeah. All the best, Gianpaolo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bernard, for this commitment, this amazing vision. I think we have a strong plan for the next 25 years, don't we? Anyway, let me take you back 25 years ago and revisit SolidWorks in those early days. I'm sure many of you remember how SolidWorks looked like back then, you know? At that time, engineers were mostly designing still on drawing tables or 2D CAD. The early 3D CAD was very complicated and also very expensive. Now, SolidWorks changed all of that, offering a vision of a more intuitive way to move ideas from the mind of view of the designers directly into 3D. And at a price point and on computers that everybody could afford. Back then, it was a radical idea, and you were wondering for sure if you could trust the promise of such a young company. I'm sure that some of you back in the day were thinking, change is difficult. Can I trust this company? Can I put the future of my career into SolidWorks? But you know, first some of you, then many, took the leap. And this community was born. And together, we changed the game forever. And along the way, we built a mutual respect and trust. I would say that the trust that we have now is the best outcome of the past 25 years. We have been here for you and with you for all this time. Sometimes arguing, always listening, but we never let you down. We never broke our mutual trust. 25 years, that first convention of SolidWorks, the world looks different. You look different. I look different, a little bit. The early adopters are now managing large business, complex situations, successful. And some of you are also mentoring the next generation of designers. But again, you find yourself at a crossroad. Because again, we are here to offer a radical new vision for the next 25 years. Accurate 3D digital models are not sufficient anymore. We need to work together in a different way. We need to bring those models as close as possible to reality, optimizing every ounce of material, and see how they affect all aspects of real life before they are realized. We wanted to offer you the tools to imagine, simulate, and create the world you wanted to live in. For this, we've built a platform architecture that can scale from the microstructure of material to the macrostructure of an entire city. We've built an artificial intelligence-based backbone that can model, reuse, and enhance your knowledge. We've built an infrastructure that can keep your data safe, always available, and yet put all your constituency, your employees, customers, and supply chain together in one unified place. The SolidWorks that you know and love is the cornerstone of the story, at the center of this beautiful architecture. And this is 3DEXPERIENCE works. It comes with a better way for you to create better products and a new vision of the virtual world that can improve and extend the real world. Today, like 25 years ago, we are with you along this transformation. Because the only company that will survive in the future are those that will create better products, higher quality, optimizing technology and resources. I think we have a key to help you make that happen. Now, are you ready to bring your company to the future? Are you ready to make that leap once again and trust us? Last year, we started the path with a simpler way to connect the value of the value of the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Since July 2023, every new seat of SolidWorks comes with cloud services, and thousands of you have the ability to share and mark up design with anybody in the world, store and revise your projects, manage and control your entire business with top cybersecurity standards. In the coming months, we will continue along the way of simplification and provide solutions that will pack amazing power. For example, we have bundled the power of multi-physics simulation in a single solution because real-world behavior is complex and needs to be studied with the right science and in a very holistic way. You heard Bernard, modeling and simulation together is the key, enhanced by artificial intelligence. Nobody else has this capability today. So stay tuned while we roll out a whole new set of solutions that will help bring your innovation to life better and faster. Many of you already agree that the only sustainable way forward is to connect the dots from ideation and requirements all the way to how and where your products are used. Virtual can match reality down to the smallest and yet very important detail. It is possible to work together on one secure platform, always up to date and offering a single source of truth. Over the next 3 days, you will hear from many customers who are already working down this transformation path with us. Let me introduce a company that has been around for a long time, always finding a new way to be at the top of innovation and quality. Please welcome from Japan, Kenya Yamamura-san and Masahiro Endo of Nagano Automation, and Aoki Kakinuma-san from Solidworks Japan. Please, a big applause.
Hi, GP.
Thank you, Thank you, Kakinuma-san. Okay, very good. So, very nice to see you again after our first meeting in Tokyo that really blew my mind for what you told me. So, please tell us when Nagano Automation was founded. Oh. This is for you, Yamamura-san.
Thank you, GP. First, I appreciate for inviting us. We are very excited to attending this event. Hello, everyone. We are Nagano Automation from Japan. Our company is established in 1982.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm sorry.
That's a long time.
We have been committed to developing production line for our customers by utilizing our knowledge in various industries. Recently, the number of designers has increased to 80%.
Okay, amazing, amazing growth. Congratulations. Yamamura-san, what does Nagano Automation do today?
Our mission is to provide production line to manufacturing company. It's completely specialized order product on customer requirement. As a result, our customers are from various industries such as automotive, medical, and consumer equipment. Recently, we have been busy with battery for automotive production line to achieve for zero emissions.
Very, very interesting. So, this is a question for Endo-san. When was computer-aided design first introduced in Nagano Automation, please?
はい。はじめに 2D CAD の導入を1992年に行いました。 その時は図面の試算のデジタル化が目的でした。3D CAD の機械設計の本格導入は2014年です。
First, we introduced 2D CAD in 1992 to digitalize 2D drawing asset. Then, in 2014, we introduced 3D CAD for mechanical design seriously.
Very good. So you recently adopted the 3DEXPERIENCE Works portfolio, and thank you very much for that. Can you tell us what was the problems that you were trying to solve? And Dassault again, thank you.
はい。CAD システムをさらに活用するためです。CAD は機械設計者の、頭の中を具現化するツールです。しかし私たちには多くのサプライヤーがいて、私たちのサプライヤーが加工してくれた部品を我が社の工場で組み立てを行います。
To have a more efficient CAD system. CAD is what communicates what is in the designer's mind. However, we have a large supply chain. Many of our parts are made by our suppliers and assembled in-house.
そのために顧客やサプライヤーを含めて製作に関わるすべての人が使えるプラットフォームが必要でした。そこで探したのが 3DEXPERIENCE でした。
So we needed a platform that everyone involved in the project, including employees, customers, and suppliers, can use. And we found 3DEXPERIENCE.
Very good. So how are you planning to use 3DEXPERIENCE Works to achieve your goals?
はじめに Solidworks は使いやすいです。
First, we found Solidworks very user-friendly.
そしてクラウドでのデータ管理をすることで業界最高レベルのサイバーセキュリティ、さらに IT 機器やメンテナンス費用の削減をすることが可能となります。
And the data management in the cloud gives us a peace of mind of the high-level cybersecurity available in the industry today. In addition, the budget for the IT equipment and maintenance will be reduced.
最後に 3DEXPERIENCE にワークスを使ってすべてのサプライヤーとシームレスに連携することが可能となります。
Lastly, but more importantly, we can have all our suppliers work with us seamlessly with 3DEXPERIENCE Works.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nagano Automation, for your testimonial. A big applause, please. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to Otsuka Shokai, our partners in Japan, and Surumi-san for helping Nagano Automation achieve their goals. So Nagano, as you have heard, is a great example of a company that owes their continuous success to the decision to transform and adopt the right technology for their mission. They moved to Solidworks with 3DEXPERIENCE Works, leveraging the platform to work safely and seamlessly with the entire supply chain. Very, very interesting testimonial. And now, I would like to introduce a company that is defining a new industry altogether and is exploring what is possible with 3DEXPERIENCE Works today by using the power of all the brands available in the portfolio. Please welcome on stage the co-founder and Chief Executive Officer of Arthur Bus, Philipp Glonner. Oh. Hi, Philipp. Please don't lose the microphone, you know. We are on a budget here. So, hi, Philipp. No, it's not true. Philipp, thank you for coming all the way from Germany to see us. I was very impressed when we first met in Darmstadt with your vision of the future of transportation, public transportation. Please tell us what are you up with Arthur Bus.
Yeah. So our vision began about 2.5 years ago. And the vision is to revolutionize the fossil fuel dependent public transport sector. and turn it into a modern, emission-free ecosystem. So public transport, it's about bringing a lot of people from A to B in a simple way. So our solution is a bus, very simple. But can we also do it emission-free with the same convenience as a fossil fuel-powered vehicle? And the answer is yes, we can. So we built the most advanced hydrogen bus on the market and launched it in 2022. It's called the Arthur H20. And the entire virtual twin you can see displayed here. It consists of more than 80,000 parts and is located as one complete assembly on the 3DX platform with the actual homologation to put this on the streets. And to give you some specs, it has a range far beyond 400 miles. It's electric powered with around 250 kilowatts in the wheel arches, so it has a lot of power. And the main power source is a fuel cell. So that's pretty much it. It's the benchmark in terms of efficiency, range, and performance.
Okay, very, very good. Maybe next time I come on stage with a bus instead of a car.
You can try,
but don't put limits on the power, please. Okay, so why did you select the 3DEXPERIENCE Works to imagine and realize this bus, this amazing bus, and to get money to build it?
The reason is quite simple. We actually have three reasons. It's performance, safety, and flexibility. So, in terms of performance, the speed of integration of new parts and designs, because we created the whole vehicle from scratch. It's not MAN or Mercedes, it's Arthur. And we are talking about more than 200 suppliers to get to the top in the automotive and obtain an actual OEM license. And that's what we did. And to protect our IP in terms of safety, because we have a holistic and innovative energy concept to power this beautiful vehicle, but it doesn't stop there, and that's also the reason why we went to the platform. As you can see here, we need to understand modern mobility more from the perspective of where's the energy coming from, how do we distribute it, and how do we use it. And that's what we want to create here also on the platform. As you can see, it should start today that we connect these sectors with the actual mobility case. And we also offer our first refueling stations, so basically put this in one solution and also put it in one platform.
Thank you, Philippe. I think you have redefined the concept of performance. You said it's an end-to-end type of measurement, because the ability to integrate, show, and simulate 80,000 parts in one place is the true definition of performance these days. Have you seen anything like this happening elsewhere?
Yeah, probably in the movies with Iron Man or something like that, when he like opens up like the whole drawings and all of it. That's the first time I had it like with some goggles on it at my office, and we say, okay, let's explode this thing, and we actually did it. And,
okay.
Yeah, that's
so we are movie-grade performance. So thank you very much, Philippe. Thank you. Great testimonial. End-to-end throughput. That's the true definition of performance. Keep that in mind. So Nagano and Arthur Bus show that to stay at the top of your industry, or to define the new industry altogether, as Philippe is doing, requires so much more from your design. It requires a reliable and secure way to working together. 200 suppliers for Arthur Bus and many more for Nagano. The ability to capture and share knowledge, and artificial intelligence plays a very important role here. The unwavering conviction that virtual and real can come together to realize the world we want to live in. So, we believe that this is the significance of the 3DEXPERIENCE Works portfolio today. And when we gather again 25 years from now, we will remark that it was different than anything that we had ever seen. But I can tell you that one thing will never change for the next 25 years. We will continue to improve and commit to your success. And most importantly, to consolidate your trust. So thank you, and enjoy this amazing 3DEXPERIENCE World in Dallas. Thank you.
Thank you, GP. Thank you. Yes. This community has come a long way over the past 25 years. Congratulations. You know, it's exciting to hear about how 3D design powered by simulation and AI can help you to reimagine the future. And to tell us more about when you can see some of these specific technologies in the Solidworks portfolio, please welcome CEO of Solidworks, Manish Kumar.
Thank you. Good morning, Dallas. Are you guys having fun? Joe, are you having fun? Thank you, man. This is the most fun week for me in the entire year. And you know what? I'm going to share a secret with you. I get paid for this fun. Please do not tell that to my bosses, Philippe, Florence. You know, this is the increment season. We don't want that. So, again, good morning. Let's try to roll the show. Last month, I witnessed an amazing live conversation between an amazing personality, Bernard Charles, Philippe Pascal, and an aviation and automobile Hall of Famer, Alain Mulally. I learned a lot. He shared a key mantra of his leadership. It is PGA, and it is not Professional Golf Association, by the way. It is profitable growth for all. His vision is that creating value for all the stakeholders is important, but you should also focus on creating the value for greater good. After listening to what he said, I realized that this is what you exactly have been doing for the last 25 years. Working together, you are changing lives. And today, I will focus on one such life of Bastien. He is the SolidWorks Visualize leader. So if you have ever used SolidWorks Visualize, you have touched him in a digital way. As a kid, Bastien loved soccer, but he couldn't play because of his type 1 diabetes. He always had to check his blood glucose level, blood sugar level. He had to take insulin shots, which made playing really hard. You can imagine yourself to be if you were that kid, how hard it was for you. But then something amazing happened. Few years ago, Bastien discovered this continuous glucose monitoring technology. It attaches to his body. It constantly monitors his blood sugar level, and it sends alerts to all the attached devices, various devices. His doctors can keep track of it. It even controls the insulin injectors automatically. I learned about his use of this technology and his participation in a half marathon in Germany during a chance meeting in Boston Logan Airport. And this is where we took all those pictures. Now, imagine a kid who could not even play soccer finishing a half marathon. This community made it possible. You made it possible. A big thank you to you. Let's go a bit deeper, though. To change Bastien's life, someone had to challenge the status quo. Someone had to start on the journey to deliver an experience of a wearable device. Now, design is definitely one of the very important steps. And we have been there for you almost for the last 30 years, making it easier for you, making it collaborative for you to create a precise virtual twin, right? But at the same time, this experience needs to be robust. You need to run scientific simulations in virtual environment to test the robustness and performance of this experience. And our best-in-class simulation portfolio helps you deliver the right product the very first time. But is it? Actually, this is not it. Devices need to interact with each other. Data needs to go somewhere. Access needs to be controlled. Actually, you are looking at a system of systems design. And something like this must have a very precise set of requirements. You must define very precise set of tests. You have to go through a very stringent record management for regulatory compliance. You need to monitor tests. You need to collect the data, keep it for validation. And regulatory bodies have many such requirements that you need to follow. How will you manage all these aspects? And this is essentially our vision. Working together, connected by a unifying force called 3DEXPERIENCE platform, all the different brands of Dassault Systems, we provide to you everything that you just saw. By the way, I did not cover the clinical trials. We have that covered too with Medidata. Now, you will ask the question, why do we do that? Because we want you to focus on making the world a better place by delivering life-changing experiences while we take care of all the details for you. And of course, design is the most important part of this equation because I'm CEO of Solidworks, so of course that's going to happen, right? But design itself is changing. It is collaborative. Teams are dispersed. Data that you must create, it must be used in the downstream operations. The shapes and sizes of the devices that you use, the operating systems running on those devices, they are diverse, and we recognize that. And keeping your evolving needs in mind, in my simplistic view, SolidWorks only has two flavors as of today. We come with the platform, or we come on the platform. Today, SolidWorks that you know, you love, that you have been using for the last 25 years, 30 years, it is the same SolidWorks, but it comes with the platform. It gives you an option to take your collaborative design needs into your control to the next level. And the other flavor, it comes on the platform, completely browser-based, device agnostic. It runs from anywhere, on any device. And by the way, both these flavors are here to stay. I will repeat, both these flavors are here to stay. We are going forward with SolidWorks. Now, to help me with the first big announcement of the day, let's have Michael Jackson from Cadence on the stage, please. That was great music. I feel like dancing.
Yes, and we should. With a name like Michael Jackson, I should be dancing.
Welcome, Michael Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Manish.
Now, let me have a small quiz. When you see these images on screen,
yes,
what do you see?
I see electronics.
Really? I see mechanical objects.
OK, how about electromechanical systems?
Deal.
Deal.
OK.
In fact, Manish, product complexity in every industry is exploding due to trends like increasing electrification. Cadence is the leader in electronic design automation, developing AI-powered tools for PCB and semiconductor design and analysis.
And SolidWorks clients are shifting from product thinking to experience thinking in their product development processes, where the value of the product comes from the users. And it exponentially drives the demand for connected electromechanical devices. Today, Cadence and Dassault Systems unveil the first cloud-enabled collaborative electromechanical experience, purpose-built for ArcadX, AllegroX, and 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks. We did it to make it simple and user-friendly, which is the trademark of SolidWorks brand.
This new integration provides electrical and mechanical engineers with an unparalleled collaboration experience. The combined solution optimizes and accelerates the end-to-end electromechanical systems development process. The new integration offers seamless and scalable capabilities to customers of all sizes, from startups to enterprises, and this partnership brings together the best of the electronics and mechanical worlds.
And the best part is that we provide you with the holistic view of your entire manufacturing data on Dassault Systems 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So one last question, Michael. When is it going to be available?
We are launching it in July. Stay tuned.
Absolutely thriller, Michael.
Yes. Thank you, Manish.
Anything else you want to say?
You know, I'm an MJ, Michael Jackson, but Manish Jackson is going to be dancing in some competition, I understand, tomorrow night. So everyone get ready for that.
You're all invited. More on that tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, almost everyone starts with off-the-shelf component when they try to create their very first electromechanical device, especially during the prototyping phase. And for such need, we want to democratize the electromechanical design. And I'm pleased to announce 3D Mechatronics Creator to further unify the experience development on the platform. With this tool, you can work with smart, off-the-shelf components and create electromechanical products with the ease that is the trademark of Solidworks brand, from anywhere, using any device. We will begin with an invitation-only mode with general availability by end of the year. Now, the next announcement is about DraftSide. So many of you handle your 2D drawings using DraftSide. But at times, you need to be at a client's place. You need to still access it. You are away from your desk. And for those needs, we are going to announce today DraftSide Creator. It's a new product that is on the platform again. Now you can view, edit, or even create your new 2D drawings from anywhere, any device, including when you're on site at a customer location. With this new technology, combined with 3DEXPERIENCE platform, we will transform the way architects and construction professionals collaborate today. Our future problems will be more complex, and the next generation is going to solve them. It's crucial to provide them with the right skills and knowledge and know-how. Teachers are already meeting this need. They are already meeting this challenge. And to support them, to make their work easier, we are launching a teacher role. With this, our teachers will be able to create courses using existing templates or create new ones and even share them. You can manage class-based courses. You can extract classes from those courses, invite your students easily with all the right roles. And you can collaborate with students, provide them with your feedback, with markups, live, without any delays, and many more such things to make your life simpler. You will get more in-depth information during this entire conference. Thank you, Florence. In fact, I would say that the teachers deserve a big round of applause from you guys because they are changing the world. Now let's switch gears and talk about AI, because as Bernard said, it's about modeling, simulation, but all together with AI and compassed together. Even before ChatGPT made AI a household name, we were talking about AI. AI is not a new thing for us. And we have already released capabilities for you. You use mate helper, selection helper, sketch helper, auto detection of annotations. You already have them today. These are AI-driven capabilities. And many more AI-driven capabilities are coming to you. Few that I can share with you today are image to sketch, command prediction, and we are going to have auto drawing creation. And you heard it right. We are going to take your model and be able to create your entire drawing using AI. And I'll cover them more in depth tomorrow in tomorrow's general session. But today, let me show you something amazing. Now, this one blew my mind. Last year, we launched Make by Me, which is a free tool which is now used by more than 130,000 makers. And they have created more than 600,000 different models. Using these models, we developed a new generative AI tool. Here are the results. Imagine you want to create a bookshelf, OK? For now, our prompt is a bounding box. We are 3D guys, right? You create that bounding box, and AI generates a bookshelf for you that fits in that bounding box. What you are seeing is AI generating that shelf with no manual intervention whatsoever. Now, some of you may claim that it can possibly be done with automation, right? And you're right. What happened next is what blew my mind, and that is the interesting part. To the same AI model, we fed a lot of coffee tables. And doing no programming at all, now we are able to generate coffee tables. Please witness it firsthand. Done with the same bounding box prompt. This is the amazing nature of generative AI. Models can learn with new data, from new data. By the way, it was released 2 weeks back. So perhaps this is the first generative modeling tool that is in production. And keep in mind, this is not image. Image, the way I see it is that if you try to create an image using generative AI, if image looks good, you say it's a beautiful image. If it is not good, you may say it's modern art. Right? Not true with 3D. If we are trying to create 3D, you have to be able to manufacture it. So it's very important for us to be able to create something which is manufacturable. So our life is much harder, but we delivered it. Now, if you generate a lot of different variations of similarly shaped model, you can imagine the future. So hopefully, you are as excited as I am. I will cover AI in much more depth tomorrow. Please join the general session tomorrow. Einstein said that experience is the ultimate knowledge. And our quest is to learn from those experiences, extract the knowledge and know-how from that experience, and help you build new experiences while protecting your IP. I'll repeat, protecting your IP, protecting your data, and protecting your sovereignty. So today, you know what? SolidWorks, AI is a reality at SolidWorks. It's not a future concept. Future is now. Now, to conclude, thank you for your energy, your passion, your enthusiasm. Let's keep on having fun, and please do not tell Florence and Philippe. Let's go forward with SolidWorks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Manish. Well, there is a lot to look forward to this year, regardless of which flavor of SolidWorks you use, with cloud or on cloud. And remember, you'll be able to learn more about everything new in SolidWorks tomorrow morning and at the user sessions throughout the week. And now, to introduce us to the first of many community members who are innovating in several industries, please welcome Vice President of Strategy and Community, 3DEXPERIENCE Works, Suchit Jain.
Thank you, Tracy. Good morning. How is everybody doing? Yeah? Well, good morning and welcome to 3DEXPERIENCE World. In this vibrant community of over 7.5 million, guys, 7.5 million of you, designers, engineers, students, entrepreneurs, we stand at the forefront of innovation. We are shaping the future through technology. Innovation is the key to unlock a world of possibilities and open new, exciting opportunities. We are inspired by your leadership across various sectors. In healthcare, pioneering diagnostic breakthroughs for early illness detection, advancing remote medical devices and robotics. In AR/VR, merging the virtual with real, with smart wearables and revolutionizing industrial automation. In the automotive industry, redefining mobility with autonomous and environmentally friendly vehicles from electric to hybrid and even hydrogen-powered solutions. In renewable energy, reducing production costs through sophisticated automation and AI. Your creations have the power to change the world for better, and with SolidWorks and the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, you are equipped to do so. So in next 3 days, in my sessions, you will see examples of several innovative companies on this transformative journey. So first up is D-Box. So D-Box, or drone in a box, is revolutionizing the skies. So please welcome Linus. Linus. So I met Linus. Linus, how are you doing? Well, I met Linus in Lithuania last year D-Box has created the most advanced autonomous drone box integrated with AI-powered software. Imagine the possibilities when drones think for themselves. So Linus, welcome. Take us back to the beginning. What really inspired you to create D-Box?
Hey, Suchit. Thanks for having us here. Well, we got inspired to create D-Box because we realized that the only way to go is to automate enterprise-level drones as much as possible. Our company's journey began with large-scale photogrammetry projects, and we quickly realized that although 90% of the time drones fly autonomously, we still have to be there on site and swap batteries manually. Also, during COVID, we were chosen to monitor the whole city of Vilnius using drones. We flew drones automatically, but the only person unhappy was the one swapping batteries. So we thought there has to be a better way to do it. That's why we created D-Box, fully autonomous drone-in-a-box solution.
So yeah, let's walk over there. Show us how really the autonomous drone solutions work.
Right, so, well, D-Box is a game changer in drone automation. We have created a network of D-Boxes that are scattered around cities, on rooftops. Each of these boxes can automatically send drone for a mission. And that is achieved by implementing 3 key points. Firstly, the pilot does not have to be on site anymore. In fact, the whole network of drones can be controlled from anywhere in the world using internet connection with just one press of a button. Secondly, the D-Box is like a garage for the drone. It protects it from harsh environments like rain and snow. It also controls the temperature inside so the batteries are happy. And finally, a fully autonomous robotic arm swaps the batteries and charges them autonomously in parallel. This way, our operations maintain 24/7, day and night. Our systems are being used for city infrastructure inspections, city 3D modeling, first responders, farmers, and many more, you name it. As we like to say, only sky is the limit of what can be done using D-Box.
Absolutely, and these guys are doing an amazing job. I was in Vilnius in Lithuania on a rooftop seeing this really in operation. So tell us, Linus, a little bit more about how Solidworks and 3DEXPERIENCE Works have really helped you in designing and creating this.
Yeah, so Solidworks has played a key role in our development journey. By joining the 3DEXPERIENCE Works startup program, we gain access to a comprehensive suite of tools ranging from 3D modeling, PCB design, flow simulations, and it allowed us to quickly share documents between our team members. We've also been invited by a Lithuanian reseller in Re to use the resources of the 3DEXPERIENCE Works Excellence Center at Manufacturing Valley. That enabled us to rapidly evolve D-Box from initial sketches to 3D models to prototype to final product. This synergy of tools and talent was a perfect recipe to create our fully functional D-Box prototype in under 3 months. And I would like to thank Solidworks and the whole team for making this happen.
Well,
if you want to know more about D-Box, please find us at the startup area. We'll be here for the whole conference.
Absolutely. Thank you, Linus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the amazing stuff you're doing. Can't wait to see what you do next. So moving from the skies to the street, next up is Glückskind, creators of the award-winning Glückskind AI stroller. Well, their mission is to ensure parents and their little ones can explore and navigate the world safely and comfortably. So please welcome Kevin Huang, co-founder and CEO, to share their inspiring story and how our software has been helping them in their journey. Kevin?
This is the product.
Oh, let's stop it, stop it.
Oh.
When we were talking about it, it's going pretty fast, but you can control it, can't you?
Yes, we can. And we can turn on automatic rocket maybe, just like this, too.
Absolutely, this is amazing. So Kevin, share us a little bit about your journey. How did it get all started?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Suchit. The idea for Glückskind came from our personal experiences as my co-founder Ann and I became parents ourselves when we had our first daughter. We found the challenges we observed in the parenting space were echoed in the parenting community, which made us wonder, what if the baby stroller, an essential parenting gear, could be a bit better, a co-pilot, if you will. This led us to some simple experimentation, as you see, with a regular stroller, some rope, and an electric skateboard. We took it to some of the nearest hills nearby, and as soon as we were able to get it to move effortlessly up a hill and stop whenever I stopped or whenever I moved without touching it, we had an aha moment. We knew that this was the future. This feeling was magical.
So that is really, by the way, it's rocking, huh? You put in that rocking mode?
Yeah. So which this ultimately led us to develop the Ella stroller, which features what you see right now, the automatic Rock My Baby, as well as push and brake assist, and hands-free strolling, so that parents can really focus on their little one instead of having to worry about multitasking.
Well, so that is amazing. Tell us a little bit more about how you use our software for design of Ella, because I know there are a lot of complex design parts, making it easier, loading conditions and all of that?
Yeah, of course. So Solidworks has been foundational to our creation, from proof of concept to simulation to actually production right now. It's been pivotal every step of the way. A great example is actually the main joint right there. Typically, traditional strollers have 3 moving parts that rotate relative to the main joint while also being solid to achieve the strength needed to be durable enough to endure a 150-pound load. In our case, because of all the sensors, we actually have 4 parts that needs to rotate. And it has to be hollow so that we can pass wires through to actually feed those sensors. So to put into perspective, a typical autonomous pedestrian robot, for example, the Starship, weighs about 77 pounds and has a maximum load of 22 pounds. Whereas Ella, which is also semi-autonomous, it weighs only 32 pounds and has a carrying max load of 150 pounds. So to achieve a 6x in load capacity while decreasing the weight was thanks much to the simulation that was done, as well as like combination of testing in the real world with fabrication.
Yep. And what about 3D? I know you've used the platform as well. How does that help you?
Yeah, 3DEXPERIENCE, on the other hand, has really streamlined our collaboration process with our industrial designers as well as our manufacturers around the globe. Having a controlled and streamlined file sharing process and collaboration process, we were able to bring our product from just ideation to actually production in about 3 years.
Right. So I know that Gluckskin AI stroller is a leap forward in parental convenience. So what's next?
Yeah, well, Suchit, one of the tenets of Gluckskin mission is to make parenting easier. And we've achieved significant advancements in the safety and convenience of our strollers, yet we realize there's still a vast landscape of opportunities to explore. We're thrilled to apply our innovation to other products in the pedestrian space, as well as support and enrich the journey of parenting that lies ahead.
Amazing. So thank you. Thank you for being here and showing us the amazing Ella.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. By the way, both Gluckskin and D-Box were both nurtured and accelerated through the Solidworks for Startup program. So as we wrap up today, the next 2 days in my session will continue to display the innovative leaps achieved through Solidworks and 3DEXPERIENCE platform. We have just only begun to scratch the surface. Join me tomorrow as we delve deeper into more groundbreaking stories, all part of our shared journey in shaping the future. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suchit. The Startup Solidworks program really does help turn those napkin sketches into reality. Well, best known as the inventor of the Super Soaker water gun, our next guest holds over 100 patents, the vast majority of which are energy-related. He's a leading developer of the next 2 generations of battery technology, ceramic solid-state batteries and lithium-air batteries. He also received the Breakthrough Award from Popular Mechanic magazine for an invention that converts heat directly into electricity. He is also involved in the Johnson STEM Activity Center, which empowers students from diverse and underserved communities. Here to share his story, please welcome Dr. Lonnie Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. First off, I want to thank Solidworks for supporting the Johnson STEM Activity Center, where we work with inner city grade school students, exposing them to STEM and having them have fun with STEM before they get apprehensions about feeling like this is something that they can't do. They have fun and they experience success, and that will carry them throughout their lives. I also want to acknowledge one of my greatest supporters, in fact, absolutely my greatest supporter, who has been with me as a partner for 32 years now, my wife, Linda Moore. Thank you so much for being here. You know, this whole idea of innovation, creativity, building, designing, engineering, technology advancement, this is all about a human experience. Human beings are problem solvers. This is what we do best. We're literally built to solve problems. So I'm going to share my personal history, take a little bit of an advantage since this is Black History Month. I'm going to give you a little bit more background about that, but putting my experience into context with history, and then take a little look forward and leave you with a challenge. I was in high school in the 60s. This is during the heart of the civil rights movement. President Kennedy, when he made his Boone speech, I was about 12 years old, and I watched that speech and I hung on every word because I was very excited and very interested in engineering and wanting to be an inventor. And that was a big deal. But then it was a year later when George Wallace stood in the door in 1963 and was trying to prevent 3 Black students from registering at that university. And President Kennedy sent the National Guard down to the University of Alabama to escort those students on the campus so they could register. Well, it was literally 4 months later that President Kennedy was assassinated. Several assassinations happened during the 60s. President Kennedy's brother won the California primary for presidency. In 1968, he was assassinated. Malcolm X was assassinated in 75. And Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968, my senior year in high school. So you can imagine how that impacted my outlook on the world. The civil rights movement had its positive side, but it also had the negative side. It was a really tumultuous time here in America. There were cities literally burning all across the country. The Vietnam War was going on in the 60s, and at that time, the draft was going on, so people were relatives, friends, people you knew were being drafted into the military to go fight. And so you would know people who spent time in the war, who were killed, relatives that lost, and so forth. So all of this was going on, and I was determined to be an engineer. I'm about 74 years old now, and many people who remember that time in the 60s, and they talk about wanting to make America great again, I'm trying to remember what time is that? Because I feel that our progress forward, human beings are problem solvers, as I said at the beginning. We've moved to make things better. We may struggle with each other and go back and forth, argue, and even fight about what's the best path forward, but generally we move forward. I wanted to emphasize the fact that when President Kennedy was assassinated, I was determined, and maybe because of that, I was more determined to become an engineer. He was my hero. I felt that, I'm going to really get into this science and technology. And the fact that so many leaders were lost in that time, I felt the responsibility to demonstrate that Black Americans can continue to make contributions to America, just as we helped create a wealthy country as slaves, but now we had the opportunity to create prosperity and actually participate in that ourselves. This is me in high school in '68, the same year that President Kennedy got assassinated. I was watching these robots on TV, and nobody told me that they had people inside, so I didn't know any better than to try and build a robot. Digital technology didn't exist back then. What looks like eyes is actually a reel-to-reel tape recorder. It was all analog. My decoding system actually was a commutator that I would wind up. It actually had a rubber band and a little relay that would actually step to different positions so that I could actually control the various mechanisms in the robot. His arms were pneumatic. He could swing on his base. My sister's tape recorder, his voice, his eyes, and my brother's walkie-talkie is the antenna. That's how it would transmit signals to the robot. I went on to Tuskegee University. By the way, the robot that I did not mention, he won first place in 1968 at the University of Alabama. This was just, again, in the 60s, just a few years after Governor Wallace had stood in the door. As you can imagine, that was a major personal victory for me. So I went on. There was still this apprehensions about blacks attending university because nobody, even after winning first place, and the judges were all selected from industry. They were not necessarily professors on campus there. And I think that was probably the reason for the objectivity. But no one asked about my grades or showed any interest in my attending the University of Alabama at that time. So I attended Tuskegee University, and I'm really appreciative of that because I had what I feel was a much better experience. I received my master's degree in nuclear engineering, bachelor's in mechanical. I was commissioned into the Air Force and worked on the B-2 bomber as the first flight test engineer assigned from the User Command, Strategic Air Command. And I was also worked for NASA for a while, about 10 years in each. I worked as a fault protection engineer on the Cassini mission to Saturn. I was the power systems engineer on the Galileo mission to Jupiter. And I also did orbit insertion analysis for the Voyager mission, which is still going, by the way, and we're still getting data from that mission. But that was my day job. In the evenings, I would work on my own projects, my own ideas. And one of those turned out to be the Super Soaker. And I've had this long-term interest in the environment, and I was actually working on a new type of heat pump that would use water as a working fluid instead of Freon, because Freon is bad for the environment. So I was experimenting in the bathroom with some nozzles and came up with the idea for the water gun. And I was having trouble getting people to understand some of the more hard science ideas that I had, and even getting investors was an uphill climb. So I felt I could create a toy, earn enough money from that to support my habit. So now I'm focused on the environment. This chart, by the way, is from there's a NOVA program called Polar Extremes. If you have a chance to watch it, I encourage you to look at it because it explains how they go back 400,000 years to get this data. There are 3 lines in this chart. The blue line is the average sea level. The red line is the temperature of the Earth, and the black line is the level of CO2 in the atmosphere. And you can see over those 400,000 years, those lines track each other fairly closely. But if you come all the way over to the right here, you see the temperature there at 14.55. The ocean level is in that range, but the top here, 377, the flag up there at the top, the CO2 level is actually off the chart. Those of us who understand inertia, momentum, and things like that will appreciate the fact that the impact of that CO2 level may not be yet manifested. So how much worse are things going to get before they start turning around and becoming better? And that's something that I worry about, and that's why I'm working on energy technology now. I've invented this engine that converts heat directly into electricity more efficiently than the existing engine, and particularly focused on low temperature heat, which is something that we don't do very well. I've invented a new battery that uses glass electrolyte instead of liquid, and it holds about twice the energy of lithium ion, so cars will be able to go about 600 miles instead of 300 miles on a single charge. So I'm excited about that. And those technologies, we've actually spun those out into separate independent companies, and they have their own CEOs at this point, and also independent funding, which is good for me because Super Soaker can only go so far. So now I'm actually working on another company invention that I intend to spin out that will condense humidity from ambient air to produce fresh water and do it more efficiently and less expensive than existing systems. I want to transition. I said I was going to talk a little bit about my experience as an innovator in the context of history. If you look, I'm sure a lot of you have seen charts like this. They're very, very common. But this goes back about 3.5 million years, and it basically reflects evolution of human beings. Over those years, we've improved ourselves, but we've also improved our tools. The second from the left there, the tool that's being held is a rock. That's about 2.5 million years ago, 2 million years ago, a rock was one of our earlier tools. They progressively got better. We got fire, we got spears with stone tips, but eventually metal tips and so forth. It took about 2.5 million years of evolution, but then fast forward to about 500 years ago. This is Columbus's flagship. Not that I'm a fan of Columbus, but the point is that this was the state of technology at that time. It took the Queen of Spain to commission that voyage, as we know from history. The ship is fabric and wood. It took about 70 days to come across the ocean, traveling about 2.5 miles an hour. Fast forward 500 years later, the Saturn V left the Earth orbit traveling at a speed of about 25,000 miles an hour. 500 years of advancement in pushing technology, problem solving, what human beings do, what we do best. And those pictures, by the way, they are to scale. That's the relative size of those vehicles. The telephone is only about 120 years old. And now we have smartphones. The point here is that technology is advancing. The transistor was invented 76 years ago. You can see how crude it looked back then, but now we can put about a little over 5 trillion transistors on a single chip. This is enabling technologies, AI and things like Solidworks and other things, advancements that we're starting to take advantage of and really enjoy and take for granted. The internet is only about 30 years old. This typewriter, by the way, in that image, that's what I used when I was in college. That's the exact model that I had. And when I was in high school using encyclopedias, I had to go to the library to look up things. But now we've got the internet. We have information at our fingertips. So we've gone from rocks to cell phones in 2.5 million years it took to do that. But they were both literally communication tools. You could send a message with that rock just as well as you could send a message with the cell phone. Masayoshi Son says that in about 30 years, I think it's going to be less than that. I think it's more like 15 or 20 years. But AI is going to have essentially the capability of the human brain. The average human being has an IQ of about 100. Einstein was about 200. But imagine AI with an IQ of 10,000. Now, you know, the challenge with computers to me when I think about that, it's like, okay, they can communicate more efficiently than we can. When one knows something, they can all know it almost instantaneously. They're already doing things better than we can do. Certainly, obviously, I don't need to emphasize that or talk about that much. But we now have created CRISPR. We can re-engineer ourselves. We know how to change our genetic code. I can remember when I used to think that self-driving cars, would never happen because it's too complicated to program them, because you can't anticipate everything that could happen, every event. It's just too complex, but now they're here. I can remember as a kid thinking, geez, I want to be an inventor, but all the great inventions were invented or developed already. But little did I know. I submit that there's no way to envision the long-term implications of technology. There was no way the Wright brothers, when they developed their first flight, it traveled for about 12 seconds and 120 feet, top speed of 6.8 miles an hour. There's no way to envision at that time a vehicle that could fly at 7,000 miles an hour, hypersonic. Dreams, imagination, inspiration, no, that's star stuff. That's what inspires us. We're problem solvers. We're looking for ways to move things forward. Technology advancement is what we do. And it's an ongoing activity. So the question is, where are we going? What are we going to do with the knowledge as we continue to create, as we continue to even develop abilities to modify ourselves, implantable medical devices, all of those kinds of things. When I see people on their cell phones, I see tattoos, I see, body piercings, I think to myself, are we going to eventually go online? Are we going to start redesigning ourselves? Is that going to be our next step? As the environment starts to change, will we do things to ourselves to make us more robust and able to handle the environment if we don't turn things around? Where might things go? I don't have the answer, but what I do know that there are a lot of questions, and I know that there are a lot of exciting things to look forward to, and I wish that I was much younger so that I could experience and see some of the things that are going to come from the great, powerful tools that you guys will be able to use going forward. You can't stop human progress, but what you can do is shape the direction. You can use moral character, honesty, ethics, principles, incorporate those things into technology. And don't leave anyone behind. Gay people, black people, white people, pink, yellow, skinny, fat, tall, short. We come in all shapes and sizes. God made us all. If you've been blessed with abilities, recognize that you did not create yourself. Share the blessings with others. You're all inventors and creators, obviously, because you're here. And no doubt you have experiences like this guy sitting here with his invention, and people are standing around being impatient and wanting you to come on, go with them and stop wasting your time. And they have no idea what that submachine gun is going to do and what its impact is going to have on their hunting game. As you move forward with problem solving, remember my favorite quote. Kevin Coolidge said that nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination are alone omnipotent. The slogan, "Press On," has always solved and will solve the problems of the human race. Remember the rock and the cell phone. They're both made of the same materials, minerals from the earth. It took the human brain to turn rocks into cell phones. The human brain is the ultimate tool. Each of you have one, and it's up to you what you do with yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inspiring us, and thank you for empowering us. Thank you. What a beautiful human journey, empowering us to live our lives to persist on. So very good. Well, we turn now to an annual tradition here at 3D Experience World. Don't miss this demo. That's right. This is a comedic skit that blends in fun software demonstrations, including previews of what's to come in Solidworks later this year. Join us now as the tech marketing team weaves a whodunit that could happen to, well, any of us.
Why is up, everybody? It's your boy Chad here, live streaming on all things Extrudo.
Extrudo, Extreme Engineering Energy.
Yeah, today we are covering fails from the 4th annual Extrudo Cup. Just moments ago, a wicked wreck from the MVP Corp team on the very first corner. The team owner, the so-called masked billionaire, yet to make any public statement ever. And you know, Chad, he has his theory on who's behind the mask, but more on that tomorrow. But for right now, be sure to like, subscribe, and drink your Extrudo!
Extrudo, Extreme Engineering Energy.
A little help here, bro? My arm is still super jacked. I mean, I couldn't even watch my climb video this morning.
It's a little early for an Extrudo, isn't it, Andy?
Mike, I can't sleep. And how exactly did we crash on the first corner? I mean, my FEA results were flawless, man.
4 years, 4 failures. My CSWE is being wasted here, people.
Yeah, we all need to be reassigned off this project. You know, maybe this crash was a good thing.
Happy Monday!
Oh, Brenda, you know this is the designer's lounge. No interns allowed, even if it's been, what, 5 years?
Listen, just because I haven't killed a tree printing out business cards doesn't mean that ownership hasn't tasked me with keeping you on track. Does anyone want an Extrudo?
I guess it is almost lunchtime. Toss me a Boolean blast.
Sure. Sweet feature tea.
Extreme Engineering Energy.
Speaking of ownership, he sent me an email this morning. It says all the design team is going to have a lunch and learn. Everyone is to present. TTFN.
Don't we have real work to do? Seriously, this masked billionaire doesn't even know what we do here at MVP Corp. And why has no one ever even met this guy?
Oh, I just got the invite. You are presenting FEA results. Bruh, have you seen my presenting arm?
Mine says demonstrate new features in SolidWorks 2025.
I got one too. Part numbering and custom properties. It is strange though that we all got different emails. Hey, maybe if I order a pizza, anyone not cool with shrooms and pineapple? Okay, confirmed.
Hey dude, where's the pizza?
Yeah, you're not the pizza guy.
Oh son, the only thing I'm here to deliver are some results. Let me explain. Dear Reynard Rouge, by now you have no doubt seen the MVP Corp fail trending on all the socials. Someone on the team is surely sabotaging our Extrudo Cup pursuit. I need you to conduct a full post-mortem toot sweet. Do not bring pizza. Indeed, it is I, the world-famous CAD detective, Reynard Rouge. Now, I'm gonna need you all to surrender your badges, and further, there shall be no bowel breaks until we discover the culprit.
Hi, I'm the manager here, Mike.
Assistant manager.
Oh, come on.
I mean, obviously this isn't my fault. No, I don't know why the front end collapsed. And yes, I simulated that exact cornering condition.
Little defensive, even for an analyst. Andy, was it? Why don't you show us your results?
Well, like, I totally would, but, you know.
Tell you what, mesh this.
Aha! I knew you were faking this whole time.
So what? You know, pride can hurt too. Is it supposed to tingle like that?
It's the new Extrudo, Weld Mint.
Kind of tastes like slag.
Son, if you would just show us your studies, we could just put this whole thing to bed.
Listen, I didn't do anything wrong here. You know, you guys, someone sabotaged us, and you guys are always asking me to present my results, and you never...
Calm down, and as we said, just show us what you got, please. Now, proceed.
You know, check it out, dudes. I posted all this to our dashboard.
these are the explicit results from hitting the barrier while in a 90-degree turn at high speed. Pretty much a worst-case scenario, which just happens to be the exact same cornering condition that we crashed. Ouch. See, minimum factor of safety was 1.5. With Simulia's powerful explicit dynamic solver, my setup was super simple. I built a barrier, I clamped it in place, I set the car to hit at 5 meters a second. No, I do not use miles per hour because I'm a scientist. I know, this looks kind of bad, but that's just the outer shell deforming. It's totally cosmetic. I'd even say the front end was over-designed. From what I simulated, nothing predicted the crash response. The frame and my results, they were totally solid.
Now, what did you mean were solid?
Well, they were until Eric made that last-minute revision to the front end, and I didn't have time to run the studies all over again because my laptop, it's older than Eric's tie. I put in 6 IT requests for a new machine, and they denied them all 6 times.
But now what about the cloud? Surely you got credits or tokens so you could use that solver.
Oh, well that's a great idea, and Mike was supposed to order some, but they never showed up.
Hold up. I was tasked with lightweighting the front end and making significant changes at the last minute. How could we not validate them?
Now, son, hang on a second. You said significant and last minute. Now, Eric, that's never a good recipe for CAD casserole.
Not that I need Andy's validation, but let me just show you what I did. I remember it like it was yesterday. This task says to lightweight the frame. I thought heavier cars were faster, but hey, I'm not the project manager here. 38 pounds, this is gonna be easy with SolidWorks 2025. I'll just drop in one of my favorite blocks on this plate and, I hate it when the sketch color matches the material. With 2025, I can change the color from the right-click menu. Now I can see it even without my glasses on. This is a good start, but I can do better. In SolidWorks 2025, the chamfer tool adopts the selection shortcuts from the fill command. That was quick. Ouch, these sharp edges might injure Andy's delicate rock climbing legs. In my new version of SolidWorks, I can round them off, even though they are 2 separate bodies. Nice, bro. I'll use assembly visualization to check my work. In SolidWorks 2025, I can assign specific colors, which makes it easy to see which components have no material applied. Sorting by mass, I can see that I've reduced the weight by 20%.
Now, what's that there at the top? It looks bigger than a Texas sunset.
Wait an inch-pound-second. This component is massive. I'll use the new roll-up feature in 2025 to isolate it. Red herring bearing. Who did this? Mike, have you been in my metadata again?
Wow, that is a lot of drama. There is a lot of drama on this team, but also a lot of great demos. And we are going to see them again tomorrow for Act 2 of Splines Out. So I hope you'll be there. And that is a wrap on day 1. How amazing! So fantastic. What a day. What a way to kick this off. We're going to be back in this room again tomorrow morning at 8:30 to hear more from Manish and from a wide variety of customers from around the globe who are on their own path of transformation. And I know I will see you all a little later in the playground, but tomorrow after general session, we're going to feature 3 sequential focus sessions, each diving a little bit deeper into the 3D Experience Works portfolio. So there's going to be a lot to do. It's going to be action-packed all week. Have an amazing time in the playground, and I'll see you all a little bit later. Take good care.
Well, that was an awesome session. There was so much going on in there. We are not going to do a full recap of that right now.